Chapter 9. My Mother at 66. The poet Kamala was an Indian English poet as well as a leading Malayalam author from Kerala, India. She wrote under the pen name Madhvi Kutti. This poem is one of the finest examples of the human bonding, especially that of a mother and daughter. It describes the pain and fear of the poet. Aging is a natural process. Have you ever thought what our elderly parents accept from us?
Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, doors open-mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, wan, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile.
This is a touching poem written by Indian poet Kamala, who wrote under the pen name of Madhvi Kutti. In this poem, she describes her feeling of love and attachment towards her aging mother. Once the poet went to visit her mother. She was on her way back to the airport to return to Cochin. She looked at her mother, who was seated beside her in the car. Her mother had dozed off to sleep and her aging face was smoky in color like ash. Her mouth was open and she resembled a dead body. The poet realizes that her mother was old. She felt pain and sympathy for her. Her mother needed love, affection, and care. In order to come out of the gloom, the poet shifting her glance and looked out of the car's window. There she was. Young trees passed by speedily. A little children were running out of their house into the playgrounds. These things were contrary to the aging face of her mother. They symbolized energy, life, and happiness. As they reached the airport and the poet was about to leave for the aeroplane, she glanced at her mother one more time. Her mother appeared weak and pale, just like the moon in the winter season, which seems to have lost all its strength. The poet felt the pain and fear losing her mother. She was reminded of her childhood when she used to fear losing her mother. As a child, she could not bear to be separated from her mother even for a few moments. Now the loss would be permanent, as her mother was about to die and she would lose her forever. The poet did not express her feelings. She smiled and said, "See you soon, Amma," because she wanted that her mother should live and they could meet again.